I started with the hotel when I was 19 years old. I was at the year of the exam, ready for the university, and my dad asked me, "Do you want to try?" And I say, "Yes."
Marina Pasquini is the owner of Hotel Belvedere in Riccione, Italy, and the president of the Italy Family Hotel Consortium. She places great importance on the concept of wellness, offering various types of high-level spa services and unique bike experiences. From the saddle, guests can unite their love of sport with the discovery of the region.
Everything that you see at the Belvedere is something that I love. And the spa was the dream when I was between 30 and 40, and then came the idea. And my dad told me, "This is the work for you. You work only 4 months in the year, and then you are okay." I had also to tell to the people that I was able to do it. It was really difficult, but started with the hotel that was old, was nice outside, and the lobby, but the rooms were very small, the bathrooms were very small, and it was a 3-star hotel. But I took so many new ideas that in 3 years I became the most famous hotelier of Riccione.
Wow.
What I learned from this work is to stay with the people, to love the people, and I really love it.
Welcome to the Interesting MD podcast, the show about what doctors do when we aren't seeing patients and how this can help us find balance and prevent burnout. I'm your host, Rob Beck. Welcome back to another episode of the Interesting MD podcast. I am your host, Rob Beck. Today, I am off-site and I am in Italy at the Belvedere Hotel, and I have a very special guest, the owner and the visionary of this hotel, Marina Pasquini. And she is here to talk to us about the hotel. And why about this hotel? Because it is filled with doctors who love to come over. This is the perfect cycling vacation. I am currently here with probably 20 different physicians mostly from Vancouver and Vancouver Island, Victoria, where I'm from, and it is an absolute pleasure of a vacation, and Marina is brilliant. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you to you.
All right. So can you just tell us a little bit about the history of the hotel, why you started this?
Okay.
Please?
I started with the hotel when I was 19 years old. Yes, my dad was a constructor building, and he used to buy hotel and restyle the hotel and sell the hotels. Then when he restyled the Belvedere, he loved it, and he said, "I take it from me," and he hired the hotel. But when I was 18, he gave me the hotel. We are 3 kids, and when each kid became 18, my dad gave a piece of him. But I didn't realize that I can do this work. I used to go in the summer to make summer work just to have my pocket money, but I was studying completely under other things. And then in 1 year, unfortunately, the wife of the man that hired the hotel died. Oh. And my dad asked me, "Do you want to try?" I was 19. I was at the year of the exam, so ready for the university. And I say, "Yes. This is my way." Because yes, this was really for me great. Are something that you choose when you are so young and you have really any responsibility in your life. So everything is easy. Everything is ready. I have to say it was also another time because it was 1980. So there is not the web. The life was a little bit slower than now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me. I came here, I opened the window, arrived the guest, I closed the window, I went on holiday. And my dad told me, "This is the work for you. You work only 4 months in the year, and then you are okay." Now I work 13 months per year. But it's okay, and I'm very happy because I can say that I never worked 1 day in my life. Probably because I started it, I was so young. I had also to tell to the people that I was able to do it, because all the old people that used to come in this hotel that had a big tradition before me, they looked at me like, an experienced girl. Right. So it was really difficult, but my character is so, I am never time afraid of something. Probably later I became afraid of what I did.
Well,
but at the first second, and so
that.
we started with this adventure with the hotel that was old, was nice outside, and the lobby, but the rooms were very small. The bathrooms were very small. The shower was without cabin, so it was terrible. And it was a 3-star hotel. But I took so many new ideas that in 3 years I became the most famous hotelier of Riccione.
Wow.
And what was good for me as a school, because as I told you, I didn't learn it. So the hospitality came from my family, from my mom, that she cooked for everyone at home with a long table. You never knew how many people arrived for lunch or dinner. So this was amazing. And what I learned from this work is really to stay with the people, to love the people, and I really love it.
That is amazing. And it shows. When there's a doctor that I have patients comment all the time that when a doctor feels really passionate about what they're doing, that you can see it in their work, in the way that their attention to detail, in their passion, it really comes through. And it is absolutely obvious this is coming through with you. Now, to my 3 kids who are 19, 18, and 15, you're not getting anything. So sorry, don't have your expectations.
No, my dad had a big vision about me. I think but it was not the same with my brother. He has also another hotel, but he is not so happy like I am. So for him was different. Yeah. But for me, it's really the big choice. But I have to say to you that I wanted to go abroad. This was my dream. I wanted to go to Miami. I found an hotel in Miami to buy. And I think that my dad gave me the Belvedere because he wanted that I stayed here. But what is nice now is that I wanted to go abroad to live, to speak the languages, and okay, I am here, but the world is coming to me.
The world
is unbelievable. So we speak English all day long, we speak German, we speak French, and it's really nice.
Yes, you've put on quite a show here. It is amazing, and the world really is coming. So here we have a lot of people from Canada. There's somebody from Switzerland in our group. Where else?
USA. We have many people from over the world, more from over ocean than people from Europe.
Right.
I don't know why, but probably because my history when I started, it was more oriented on the people over ocean. And it's for this that I bought a lot of bike.
You're famous for biking and having a bike hotel. If you say, "Oh, we're going to the bike hotel," everybody will say, "Oh, you're going to the Belvedere." So has biking and cycling, has that always been a part of your vision?
No. The beginning was, I say every time that the Belvedere, when I was 19, till the 29 was a really happy zoo, we say in Italy. So the people come, we make party. We were very young, disco, and it was really the 8 years in Italy were amazing. Then the other 10, so from 30 till 40 years, we get all kids. When I say all, it's the guests that came here, because when I was young, it was full of young people that I met around the world, because I used to travel a lot, because I worked just for a month at the beginning, was right. And I traveled a lot. So they were all friends of mine. And then we started to have a family, to get kids, and then we became a kids hotel. And after the kids hotel, because the Belvedere is growing with me, I wanted to make a spa, to have really a hotel glamour, a 4-star hotel. And to make this big investment, I had to find guests that came also in the other part of the season, because the season here is too short to permit you to make big investment, because it's from the middle of May till the middle of September. And then there is no more people. There is only business people and sport guests. And then I realized that to organize a bicycle holiday was my way, because I had the spa, and it was strange, because at the beginning here were only people from Europe, and all men. It was really a men holiday oriented. So I said to me, I want something more funny, because I'm a fun person. So I love to cook. I love to organize party, to organize excursion. So if they come people that want only a training camp, cycling, not too much eat, no drink. So it's not a holiday. It's not my style.
Right.
So I say, okay, then I want the ladies too. And also because if the men came on them own, they didn't have a budget like I needed. Because the ladies were at home, it was not enough to take a bag with Italian things inside. So I say, okay, I take the ladies too. And what I did with the ladies was, the first was, if you don't cycle, you enjoy it in any case. And I took care of the program of the non-cyclist ladies, taking them in Florence, in Venice, making the shopping assistant, cooking lesson, Italian lesson. And then when I had a right number of ladies that didn't go by bike, I started with on the saddle for the ladies too. And then Now it's couple coming to me.
Yes.
Did you see?
Yes.
And now it's for all the families is cycling. We have developed also a program for the kids because in June they can come with kids and we take care of the kids when the mama and the dad go by bike. So it's amazing.
It is amazing. And yes, almost everybody here is a couple, and that some of them do have kids as well. So for your cycling adventures, I have now been on 3. Today, we've been here 4 nights. I've been on 3 so far, and they have been 3 of the most beautiful rides I've ever done. And so we have guides that go with us, that show us, they make everything easy for you. They take care of the traffic. They figure out where you're going to go. They help coach you through what your terrain is about to go through, or what you're about to go up on a big climb or a technical descent or something like that. So can you describe kind of what the bike services are and what the different levels, because
yes,
there's all different levels of cyclists.
Yes. Okay. Now, after 25 years, we have really all the details, everything. But when I started, I tell you, I say to me 3 years to see one cyclist. No, yes, 3 years to see one cyclist, 5 years to see 1 euro. I needed 6 years. So at the beginning was a lot of, I learned a lot. So now we have 14 tour guides because it's very important to have 2 guides every tour, one in the front, one in the back. The guys are almost from here, so they know the street, they know the languages, they know the history. Because the tour that we want to offer is really an experience. So if you come, you have not only to see how many kilometers you cycle, but how many things you enjoy, which picture did you took, how many people did you meet? Because another thing that is nice at the Belvedere that the guest says to me is that they find a lot of friends here. And this is very social to go by bike. Eh? So 14 guide, we have 90 bicycle to have. From e-road bike, e-trekking bike, and trekking bike. We have a big deposit. We have 2 mechanics that take care of the bicycle because they have to be perfect every time. And we have a staff that is really happy to work with cyclists, and especially from people like now from abroad, because everything that we do is wow. The cook, all the stuff is happy when we change the season from the Italian season and the bike season, because really, and we love to do every day more. Tonight, for example, you will see something special. We have a lady that she is over 70. She's from our region, Romagna, and she's a cook, perfect cook. And she can make pasta in front of us. And she will cook pasta in front of us. But before pasta, she will teach to do pasta to the guest.
Really?
Yes. And tonight we have something special too, because it's autumn. We have the biggest producer of truffle in Italy. He's a big exporter too. And they will come here to test the truffle to our guests. Wow. Yes. So
I did not
only bike.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty excited about that. So the different bikes, I know that it is all skill levels, right?
Yes.
It is from beginners and people who really don't want to cycle all that much. And that there are people that have done that. What is that, the leisure?
The leisure, yeah, is around 40 kilometers. And it's a nice tour for the guests that have the electric bike and they want to discover a little bit. And to give them also the possibility to make a challenge and say, next year I will do the other tour. After this, there is the panorama tour. Mm-hmm. The panorama tour is for 40, 60 Ks, is something more and more elevation. And then we have the Piano e Lontano, that is 2 or 3 times in the week. That is for the panorama that want to make bigger distance. Okay. And then we go to the Explorer, and here we are speaking about cyclists. The Explorer is 80, 90 Ks. Then we have the road tour from 100 to 130. And we have also, if the guests want, when we have really strong guests that want to make a training, a racing guide. And they are all ex-profi that they come extra to the Belvedere and they make the program. So someone that want to make a big challenge in life. But almost of our guests are between the Panorama and the Explorer and the road too.
Yeah. So I have done 3 of the Explorer tours and they have been amazing, but there definitely can be challenging, but they're not impossible.
Yes.
And it really is people who almost never ride a bike. And if that 40K number makes it sound really overwhelming and challenging, we had somebody that was here earlier this week with our group that was so proud of herself because she did a 40K bike, and that was her longest bike that she had ever done. She was on an e-bike, and it really gave her a lot of confidence. And I think she might be hooked now. And so she's going to come back. She's going to do some longer challenge. She's going to do some longer rides, and people kind of got their feet wet and they weren't super confident cyclists. And so they did the leisure ride the first day, and now they're doing the panorama ride today. And it is wonderful. But there are also quite a few people who are doing very, very intense. So if you think, oh, I'm a really good cyclist, yes, this is a group for you as well. I have not done this yet. I'm contemplating about whether or not I want to try it. But these are people who can really, they are doing a very, very good, fast speed. That they probably average about 35 to 40 kilometers. So 25 miles an hour on the flats. And, you know, the climbs are the climbs, but they have a pretty good distance every day. And they're amazing guides who are absolutely able to keep up and push the pace as fast as you want. That I heard rumors that they were doing about 47 kilometers an hour the other day on the flats. So they were in a pretty good line there. And so they do some really impressive riding. And we all kind of end up at the same place most of the time for a lunch. Can you describe how you kind of have it all set out?
Yes, okay, because we want to give an experience, and not to be only cyclists, but we have twice in the week, we meet all the tour in the same place for lunch, and one time is in my country house, and it's very nice because it's close to Rimini, and coming back is no more than half an hour, and they make a big barbecue in this house that is very nice and that I see only when I can go with my cyclist because I have no time, but it's I see that the guests are so emotional because, Marina, you opened the door of your home. And this is really what I love and what I like, because it's an old house from 1800 and, no, in 1800. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And is something that they speak about our history, and is also, so it's very, very emotional. And the other day is tomorrow on Thursday when we go to the Muretti farm. This is a farm that is amazing. It's just 13 km from here. And they do wine, they do all the product of the garden, and they prepare a wonderful lunch for us. And we make also a wine tasting with 3 kinds of wine. Very nice. But what is nice is to meet everyone there. When the group arrives, it's amazing.
It was so fun. All of the rides end up there roughly the same time. We have a little bit of different staggered, and some people take longer to get there. You know, they have a lot more distance to get there than some of the other rides, but the food was absolutely amazing. She has the biggest pot I have ever seen. It made me very jealous. And the food is just spectacular, but everybody loves it. And I definitely ate too much for my ride back, but it was pretty easy. And it's fantastic. It really
Thank you.
is. Yesterday we went to San Marino, and so most of the people ended up at San Marino, which is its own little independent republic. And I have some pictures and videos that we'll put up as well. But it is a truly beautiful and absolutely breathtaking ride through the Italian countryside, but then up this just gorgeous mountain. And then everybody stops. We had a lunch or coffee, or I drink a Coke when I do a big ride. And then you get to look around and see, and it's absolutely amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about how you find your guides? Because I've met most of them, and they are absolutely amazing. So
Okay. It's funny because when I started, I didn't know that I could find people working here as guide, because, it's just for our work. So usually it's all people that have a second job, but then they don't have the flexibility that I ask. So what I did is, I found a tour guide from Austria the first time, and they were all people that worked for the post office. Yeah. And it has been amazing, but they didn't know the streets so good. So at the end, the people of Riccione, the cyclists of Riccione, start to see me, and they came to me, like Danilo, for example, telling, "Oh, do you know what? I would like to do it." And other guide is funny, but they are people that have been here as guests. Did you meet them?
Yeah.
So there is Peter from Vancouver, now he's on holiday here, but there is Dennis from England, Ireland. There is John from USA, Mark from USA, and there are many guests that are writing us because they want to come to help us as guide. The problem is that they need a European passport because this is a difficult, but is open to everyone that have this passion for the bike and passion for the people. And passion for the life, passion.
Lots of passion. I
Yes.
definitely heard some people this week that are like, okay, maybe I just want to be a guide here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do doctor as a routine and just be a guide a couple of months out of the year. All right. So when we get back, what happens for the day? What happens? How do we get back?
When you get back from the tour.
Yeah, when we get back from the tour, how does that?
When you get back, it's like the Apres-Ski? We have the Apre-Bike.
Yes.
So everybody at the bar with a beer, and we prepare a nice lunch buffet. I put a lot of value on the food, and the food has to be healthy. We have vegetarian, vegan options, lactose-free option, gluten-free option, all in the Italian style. So, I mean, if you eat at the Belvedere, it's not the same food that you eat in your country in the Italian restaurant. You eat like we eat. And what the guest says to me is that it's very healthy. We do a lot of food. You see, you can eat a lot of things, but everyone is perfect. You use only olive oil, less butter. So we use a lot of vegetables that they come from here around. So it's the first lunch buffet. And they stay all at the pool.
Yes. So when you get back from one of these rides, you are going to be hungry. And we get a great breakfast here before we go, but you burn a lot of calories. And so yesterday, I think our bike, we spent 4 hours and 10 minutes on the bike. I burned about 2,600 calories yesterday. It was a big bike. And so as soon as we got back, everybody just went straight in and we ate a phenomenal. You know, Andrea, my wife's grandmother, is Italian, and it tastes just like eating at Nona's place back when she was still alive. It's just, the food is just amazing.
Thank you.
Just amazing. In fact, maybe even better than Nona's. So, sorry. But it's amazing, and it's a buffet style, but it doesn't feel like, what you think is like an North American buffet style.
Yeah.
This is just, it's fresh fruits, it's vegetables. It's phenomenal.
And for example, the pasta, you will make one and then you make it a second. So it's all fresh. Every 15 minutes is changing the food.
Yes. And you're going through it every 15 minutes because I think the most I've gone back for is 4 plates of food at a meal so far, but it's great. And then, yes, everybody then heads out. We go over to the bar.
Yes.
And then we head out to the pool and
the spa.
Yes, the spa as well.
The spa is very nice.
Yeah.
Too.
So what kind of spa services do you offer?
Okay, this was another dream that I had because everything that you see at the Belvedere is something that I love. And the spa was the dream when I was between 30 and 40, and then came the idea. We have a bio sauna. Mm-hmm. We have a steam bath, but a jacuzzi here upstairs. But one thing that the guest loves, because no one has here, is it's not a jacuzzi, it's like a salt bath with deep sea salt.
Yes.
And this is amazing because you can float in there and it's nice. There is a relax room. There is an ice producer that you can put ice.
Like an ice bath with like a little eucalyptus.
The emotional shower with all the aromatic flowers. No, it's nice. And then there is 3 cabins for doing massage for once. But in the afternoon, we don't forget that we do every afternoon something like cocktail lesson, Italian lesson, cooking lesson, so yoga session. So you never get boring at the Belvedere in any case.
No. And, nobody just goes back to their room and just goes to sleep. They just go, they change out of their cycling gear, and then they're either at the bar, and then they come out to the pool. You can go out to the beach as well.
Yes,
I've
this
been
is
out
also
to the
nice.
beach every day, and it's just lovely.
You can swim in the ocean. I see every morning, I wake up very early. I see your friend, so someone of your friend in your group, going to the beach every morning for swimming at 6:30.
Yeah, not me.
Yes, but tomorrow we have not to miss. We make breakfast at the beach. Sunrise. Yes, with the sunrise. And it's very, very nice. It's emotional because from the dark you see this, because we have really the sun in front of us. And now the beach is also very wild. There is not so many people. It's very meditation moment.
That's wonderful.
I will be there.
I will be there. I will be there. But yes, and the water, I know that people, if you follow the podcast, you know that I hate cold water. The water temperature is 80 degrees here. So I don't remember what that is in Celsius, maybe 27, something like that. I don't know. Somebody will correct me on that. It is warm. It is very nice and warm and just absolutely lovely. And it's been September and we're having fantastic time. The water is still perfect. And then you have dinner after that. And dinner every night is at 7:15, 7:30, something like that.
But before dinner, we have every time the aperitivo time. That is very important for Italian. Aperitivo time is more than breakfast. So you have to eat something special with a special wine or a special cocktail. And it's the moment where we show also all the picture of the day because each tour guide will take picture about the tour. And then on the television, we're at the bar, we show the picture and it's a nice moment for all the guests to meet them again and to see the tour for the day after.
Yeah. And that's where you will meet everybody. And the dinner, the aperitivo is phenomenal. Last night it was different kinds of cheeses.
Yes.
And
now we had the arancini.
Yes.
Because it was a special dinner in Sicily. And tonight is truffle. And tomorrow is party. And on Friday I cook paella for everyone.
Really?
And with oyster bar.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a lot of things to do. Cycle, and I think to the food and the...
Earn your calories. Earn your calories because you're going to need them. And then, what about the people when they decide that they don't want to, that they may want to take a day off? Because some of these rides can be pretty intense, or that they just choose that I'm in Italy and this is a beautiful place and I want to go. So what are some of the other services and what are some other things that people do?
Usually when they have the day off, we give the program for visiting all the cities that we have around. They can go by bus to Rimini and is 20 minutes and visit Rimini, that is very nice. It's an old Roman town. Or they can go to visit Bologna in 1.5 hour train or Ravenna in 1 hour. And what is nice and what the guests tell is that it's so cheap, the transportation here. Yes. Is very, so with €1.50 you go to Rimini, so nothing. And the train is the same.
Yeah. And I know that some people yesterday went shopping. Some people took the bus to San Marino, which is easier than taking the bike to San Marino, I will say. But people do that all the time, that they take a day off, they book spa services, they go shopping, they go walking along the beach. And I'm definitely going to have some videos of what the boardwalk looks like and what the beach looks like. And it's not to be missed, for sure. It is definitely not to be missed. So what about, we talked about families and small children, and this used to be a family hotel. What do people do if they have a couple, they bring your child? Are there big
It's amazing.
services?
We have a program that the name is Bike, Beach and Family, and this is for all year long. No, this is for the summer, because then we have less guide and more young that take care of the kids. So we have half guide and half in the staff of the animazione is the name in Italian. And we take care of the kids. It means that the parents leave early in the morning, early 7:30 by bike. We take care of the kids. They come back around 11:30, 12. They have another breakfast or brunch. And then they take the kids and they go to the beach. So they have 2 holidays in one, because they go cycle in the morning, they go to the beach. Or we have also, this area is like a very, very, very small Florida. We have Oltremare, that is a big aquarium. We have water.
The water slides?
Yeah, water slide, that is one of the famous in Italy. So there is so many things to do here. It's nice. People from this region, we are in Romagna, we are really more fun in the mind. So so open to the people.
Yes. We do have a couple of nursing mothers who are on this trip with us today. And when we were at Marina's house a couple of days ago, they brought the babies to their mothers so that they could nurse while they were, while we were having our lunch. And I know that the mothers specifically really appreciated that and really loved that. So it's just the small touches like that are really, really important and really helpful. So for people who want to come and that they want to bike, what kind of equipment do they need to bring? Do they have to buy a big case and bring their whole bike? Or you said you had...
No. They really need... I have guessed that they fly with such a bag. I don't know how they can, but we give you the bike and the pedals the helm. You need only your shoes and your outfit, but if not, we sell it because I design it. Because the winter is so long and I don't know what I can do, and I design a line of the bike outfit with Belvedere logo, and then no, they don't need nothing. Also, the dress code of the hotel. Okay, we are a 4-star hotel, but is a sport holiday. So you don't need, if you like, this week we have so many nice ladies, so perfect. It's like to be to a party every evening, and I love it. But you can be like you want. And for the parties, there is a Chinese shop here in front, and they can buy something with few euros, and then if you don't.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we brought, we did not want to bring our bike. I brought my pedals, and just because I like my pedals, it was no big deal. We took the pedals off. I brought my shoes, my helmet, my glasses, and my kit, and that was it. And you don't have to do any of that. We had 1 or 2 people who brought their own bikes, but the bikes here are fantastic. The fit was perfect. It's actually better than my fit at home. And they make quick adjustments if you need to, and they really are expert. And they've charged all of our gears. It's electronic shifters. It's really, really nice equipment. My bike is a Bianchi. And
all made in Italy. This is what I decided. When I became a bike hotel, I say, if I take people from so far away, I have to give an experience all Italian, company. And so it is.
Yeah. We're all riding Bianchi bikes. I think that you also have some DeRosas as well. And they're top notch. They are top notch. And you can get different levels about whatever you want. So e-bikes, all of that. So it's fantastic. So how can people find you? I can't tell you enough that everybody here thinks that this is the best deal that they've ever had on vacation. And now people really should look into this. This is by far the most active and best vacation that we've been on. And we've gotten to share this with so many other people. So how can they find you?
You can find me on the web. We are Hotel Belvedere Riccione. But you can also, and it's nice, go on TripAdvisor and look for us and see what all the other guests say about us. And then you find all my contact. But also on the social, you find me on Marina Pasquini or on Instagram with Belvedere Bike Hotel Riccione.
Okay. Yes. Belvedere Bike Hotel Riccione.
Yes.
Right? Yes. I mean, honestly, I think that if you just Google the Italian bike hotel, this is probably going to be the first thing that shows up. But thank you so much.
Thank you to you.
Taking the time. This have been absolutely amazing, and cannot recommend this place enough.
Thank you very much. See you in the future by bike and in Riccione. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the InterestingMD podcast. Please check out my content on YouTube at InterestingMD and follow me on TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and Facebook at The InterestingMD and on X at InterestingMD. If you have comments or questions and want to get in touch with me or any of my guests, please DM me on socials or email me at rob@interestingmd.com. If you have any ideas for a show and you want to share your hobbies with me or don't know where to get started on your own project, you can email ideas@interestingmd.com. Please like and subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel to get the latest content. Much appreciation to Falter Media for editing, producing, and posting all InterestingMD content. Check them out, because if they can do this for me, imagine what they can do for you. See you next week.